Hi, my name's Rich. I'm one of the co-founders of Streetdancemixes.com, and I'm going to give you a few tips on how to do a street dance mix, sell it on the site and earn some cash. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is what makes a great street dance mix. What makes a good street dance mix? I think the best way to work out what makes a great mix is to go online, watch videos, check out competition videos posted by HHI, UDO, BDO, SDI, any one of the big dance organisations that are running competitions regularly. Who's winning on there? When are the judges' heads nodding the most? When are the blow-up moments for you? What makes you excited? Those are the sorts of things you're going to want to try and incorporate back into your mix that you make. See what people are dancing to and what looks cool and when it works really, really well. The best way to look at it is you're making a tune out of tunes. It's going to be about as long as a tune, and it's going to incorporate a lot of the same elements. So big attention grabbing intro, then kind of a verse section, building up, build up to a chorus, which is your first big blow up bit of choreo, strip it back to like a slow jam, something more intricate, start building back up and up, and then finish the whole thing off with a big whacking end. However you do that. Dance crews are really looking for the music they like, in the right order, well cut, couple of interesting samples in between, and what they'd call transitions, where they're moving from one piece of music to another. It's kind of really important that you do something interesting with it. One of the really important things when you're mixing is timing, getting everything locked down. So if you're able to beat map, transient detect, beat slice, whatever you call it in the software that you use, you can make a street dance mix. So software, I don't know what you use. I use Sony Acid. It's available from sonycreativesoftware.com. I think it's about $99 now, so it's quite cheap, but it works really, really well for street dance. You might use Ableton, Logic, Cubase. If you do use any of those things and you think you could replicate my tutorial, I'd be really, really keen to hear from you. So drop us a line. Inquiries@streetdancemixes.com is the email address. Okay, so one of the most important things about a street dance mix is that the timing is really clean. So the dancers are dancing to the music. It's all about division of time. What they're doing with their bodies is exactly the same as you should be doing with your music, making sure it's on time and on schedule. So you want the start of your new piece of music to drop when everyone's expecting it to. If your beats are all locked and your tunes are all rock solid, the gaps between them, the transition period, the times when a crew is moving from one set piece to another set piece, during those moments what you want to do is link the two together, provide excitement, but it still needs to be in time. You might be using a sound effect with no beat in it. You might be using a swooshing sound that kind of goes psh. If it comes in after 3 beats or 3.5 beats, that's really jarring and it puts everyone off, puts the dancers off, and it looks bad. You don't want to upset the rhythm. So when one ends, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, next tune drops. Keep it in time. And the dancers are going to look a lot better and know when to come in on the next bit of choreography. Those transitions, keep the beat. Make sure it's going somewhere. And at the end, I think it's important to really put a full stop on the end of it. So an explosion, a sample that's a vocal sample that you've used back in the track somewhere, end it with that. Could be like a shh or something. Be creative, that's the main thing. Whatever it is, let the audience know that the performance, the routine is finished. Now's the time to clap. If you fade it out, you get these people in the audience are like, is it time to clap? Oh yes, it's time to clap, it's time to clap now. Well, you know, that's like 6 seconds later and the dance crew look really bad. It's really embarrassing. So keeping the interest level up, using samples. I use a lot of gunshots in my mixes to button the turnaround into the next track, so everyone knows, right, it's go time, it's go time, it's go time. Something that the choreographer is going to get excited about and go, oh, I could totally see what my dancers are going to do to this. Most of the categories that the crews dance in will have a maximum duration that they need their mix to be. So if you make a mix that's 2 minutes 35 long, and most categories are looking for stuff that's 2 minutes 30, then not many people are going to buy your mix at 2 minutes 35. So be aware of the time limits. They're usually around the sort of 1.5 minute mark, 2 minute, 2.5 minute, 3 minute. 6 minutes, you're probably really never looking at doing something longer than that. So don't worry about, don't go on that long, basically. Most of the competitions have rules for the mixes. Quite often they won't want explicit language, so You're going to sell more, make more cash on streetdancemixes.com if you get rid of some of the swearing. There's an explicit checkbox, so if there is swearing in your mix, please let that dance teacher know before she plays it out to her new 6-year-old street dance team. First up, you need to decide what sort of a mix you're going to do. Is it going to be themed? Is it going to be not themed? So in the UK, I mainly do street dance, which is a variety of styles. Definitely going to be different tempos involved, and you have to choose where the house section is going to be, where the breaking is going to be, that sort of thing. In America, it's kind of the hip hop just means hip hop is straight hip hop, so hip hop all the way through. Maybe some of you guys do cheerleading mixes. I'm about to do my first one, but it looks pretty hectic. But if anybody does cheerleading mixes, we'd definitely love to carry some cheerleading stuff on the site. It's getting really big in the UK. The mix I'm going to do in this tutorial is going to have a theme, because it's going to make it easier for me to explain to you kind of how it works. Now, not every dance crew wants a theme. Some of them just want the latest tunes they can get, jam-packed excitement all the way through. Doesn't matter what the theme is, just bangers, straight bangers all the way, start to finish. If you're stuck for a theme, streetdancemixes.com, there's going to be a request page where choreographers, dance crew leaders, teachers can post up requests of mixes that they'd love to see, shortened edits they'd love to see, that sort of thing. Great place if you're starting out, you want some inspiration, check out the request page. That's what people are looking for right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is interrogate my own music library for anything to do with police. So I'm going to use my search. I'm going to type in any words I can think of and any tunes I can think of that might contain anything useful to do with police. So I'm going to type in words like cop, policeman, robber, villain, criminal, riot, alarm, siren, prison, jail. Once you've done that, you might think, well, you know, I've got 3 or 4 tunes here, but I'd like a bit more variety. So then it's always worth heading over to wherever you get your music from, type in a couple of your keywords, see what it throws up, see if there's some fresh new tune that just drops so hard and is all about the police, and it might just sort out your whole mix. So sometimes it's worth investing a little bit of money, buying something new, keep yourself inspired. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search for anything I've got to do with police and drop all of those into my DAW, start listening through them, choosing the main chunks of each song that I want to use. Once you've chosen the sections that you want to use of the songs, it's always worth listening to the rest of the song. Certainly the end or the intro might provide you with stuff that helps you get in or get out of the certain song you're using in that mix at the time. Make sure those chunks are in time, arrange them into some sort of order, and then decide how I'm going to link it all together. In the case of the police one, we're probably going to use a fair few sirens. Might be able to find a little bit of police radio talk, something like that. Those sorts of things are going to provide us with the ability to move from one song to another, and getting you guys producing some stuff that is really effective and that makes choreographers go, awesome, yes, I love this, do you know what I mean? And makes them love their work, makes the students in their class love being at class, and makes the show that the parents or audience come along to is as good and exciting as it can be. So you're the very root of that, so it all starts here. See you on the flip side for the tutorial where we actually put this thing together.